Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Consider the following statements regarding Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. It is available to people above the age of 60 and having a bank account. The scheme will be offered by Life Insurance Corporation only. Now we have to select the correct statement or statements. Both are incorrect. D is the correct answer. The Union Minister of State for Finance stated that Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana saw a cumulative enrollment of more than 9 crore. The PMJJBY is available to people in the age group of 18 to 50 years having a bank account who give their consent to join, enable auto debit. Aadhaar would be the primary KYC for the bank account. The life cover of rupees 2 lakhs shall be for the 1 year period stretching from 1st of June to 31st of May and will be renewable. Risk coverage under the scheme is for rupees 2 lakh in case of death of the insured due to any reason. The premium is rupees 330 per annum, which is to be auto debited in one installment from the subscriber's bank account. The scheme is being offered by Life Insurance Corporation and all other life insurers who are willing to offer the products on similar lines. Moving forward to the next question. Consider the following statements. Dissolved oxygen is a measure of the amount of free oxygen available in river systems. The quality of water increases with an increase in dissolved oxygen level. So as we have to select the correct statement, C is the correct answer. Recently, the Jal Shakti Ministry has claimed that the water quality of River Ganga was clean enough for supporting the river ecosystem. Dissolved oxygen, which is an indicator of river health, was within acceptable limits of bathing water quality criteria. Dissolved oxygen is a measure of the amount of free oxygen available in the river system. The presence of organic and inorganic wastes in water decreases the dissolved oxygen content of the water. A number of factors like surface turbulence, photosynthetic activity, oxygen consumption by organisms are the factors which determine the amount of dissolved oxygen present in water. The quality of water increases with an increase in DO levels. Consider the following statements regarding hypersonic technology. Missiles based on this technology have at least 5 times the speed of sound. Most hypersonic vehicles primarily use dual-mode ramjet technology. A hypersonic missile is a weapon system that is not maneuverable. We have to select the correct statement. A will be the correct answer as only the first statement is correct. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced that it had used a hypersonic missile for the first time in the war with Ukraine. A hypersonic missile is a weapon system that flies at least at the speed of Mach 5. That means 5 times the speed of sound. It is a missile or a weapon system that is maneuverable. The maneuverability of the hypersonic missile is what sets it apart from the ballistic missile system because the latter follows a set course or a ballistic trajectory. Most hypersonic vehicles primarily use scramjet technology, which is a type of air-breathing propulsion system. A scramjet engine is an improvement over the ramjet engine. Dual-mode ramjet is a mix of ramjet and scramjet. Which of the following countries have a border with Uzbekistan? Now, Afghanistan, Iran, China and Kyrgyzstan are our given options. Only the first and the fourth have a border with Uzbekistan amongst the given ones. C is the correct answer. The third edition of joint training exercise between India and Uzbekistan armies, exercise Daslik, is being conducted at Yangyarik, Uzbekistan from 22nd to 31st of March this year. Uzbekistan is bordered by Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan. Moving on, consider the following statements. The uranium deposits are found in the states of Jharkhand and Rajasthan only. In India, uranium deposits occur in Dharwar rocks. The uranium is managed by the state governments as per the Mines and Minerals Act of 1957. As we have to select the correct statement, only the second statement is correct. So our answer is going to be B. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has shaken the global market for uranium, a critical fuel for nuclear power plants, prompting Some in the US to propose reviving domestic production. Uranium is a hard, dense, malleable, ductile, silver white, radioactive metal. It occurs naturally in low concentrations in soil, rock and water. In India, uranium deposits occur in Dharwar rocks. It occurs in the Singhbhum copper belt of Jharkhand, Udaipur, Alwar, Jhunjhunur districts of Rajasthan, Durg district of Chhattisgarh, Bandara district of Maharashtra and Kullu district of Himachal Pradesh. Significant quantities of the reserves have been recently discovered in parts of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Since uranium is a major mineral, it is managed by the Union government under provisions of MMDR Act. Consider the following statements regarding corporate social responsibility. The concept of CSR is governed by the Corporate Social Responsibility Act 2013. The CSR provision are applicable to companies with an annual turnover of rupees 1000 crore. Now we have to select the correct statement. B is the correct answer because only second statement is correct. The Minister for Public Enterprise recently said that the government will come up with a policy on CSR for public sector enterprise. In general, it can be referred to as corporate initiative to assess and take responsibility for the company's effects on the environment and impact on social welfare. In India, the concept of it is governed by Clause 135 of the Companies Act 2013. India is the first country in the world to mandate CSR spending along with the framework to identify potential CSR activities. The provision of CSR within the Act is applicable to companies with an annual turnover of 1000 crore or more, or a net worth of rupees 500 crore or more, or a net profit of rupees 5 crore or more. Consider the following statements with respect to Ram Manohar Lohia ji. He founded a left-wing group within the Indian National Congress in 1934. He became a member of the Praja Socialist Party upon its formation in 1952 and served as General Secretary for a brief period. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji today paid tributes to socialist icon Ram Manohar Lohia ji on his birth anniversary. He was an Indian politician and activist. He was a prominent figure in socialist politics and in the movement towards Indian independence. In 1934, he became actively involved in Congress Socialist Party, founded that year as a left-wing group within the Indian National Congress. Other founding members were Jai Prakash Narayan and Narendra Dev, also Meenu Masani. He served on the CSP Executive Committee and edited its weekly journal, at loggerheads with the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru on several issues. He and other CSP members left the Congress in 1948 and became a member of the Praja Socialist Party upon its formation in 1952 and served as a General Secretary there for a brief period. Consider the following statements with respect to Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. The scheme was initially launched on 26 March 2020. The program is operated by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. As we have to select the correct statement, only the first is correct. The Parliamentary Standing Committee has asked the Food Ministry to make an objective assessment of the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. It is the food security welfare scheme announced by the Government of India on 26 March 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. The program is operated by the Department of Food and Public Distribution under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. The scheme aims to feed the poorest citizens of India by providing grain through the PDS to all the priority households. This scheme provides 5 kg of rice or wheat per person and 1 kg of dal to each family holding a ration card. With respect to the Mulla Periyar Dam, consider the following statements. It was constructed during 1887 to 1895. The dam's purpose was to divert the waters of the west-flowing river Periyar eastward to the arid rain shadow regions. We have to select the not correct statement. None of them are not correct. Both are correct. So D will be the correct answer. The Kerala government has told the Supreme Court that a fresh review of the safety of 126-year-old Mulla Periyar Dam by an independent panel of experts should take place. The dam is 155 feet high, 1200 feet long. Its construction began in 1887 and was completed in 1895. The first dam, which was built by the British Corps of Royal Engineers, was washed away by floods. Thereafter, a second stonework dam was built in 1895. The dam's purpose was to divert the waters of the west-flowing river Periyar eastward to the arid rain shadow regions of Theni, Madurai, Sivaganga and Ramananthapuram district of Tamil Nadu. The dam was built to meet water requirements of temple town of Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Hence, though the dam is situated in Kerala, it is operated by the Tamil Nadu government and it was according to a 999-year lease agreement made during the British rule that the operational rights were handed over to Tamil Nadu. With respect to the Central Consumer Protection Authority, consider the following statements. It is provided for under Section 10 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Section 21 of the Act defines the powers given to the CCPA to crack down on false or misleading advertisement. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. The CCPA has ordered discontinuation of certain misleading advertisement of Sensodyne toothpaste. The authority is constituted under Section 10 Clause 1 of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. The Act replaced the Consumer Protection Act of 1986 and seeks to widen its scope in addressing consumers' concerns. The Act recognizes offences such as providing false information regarding the quantity or quality of a good or service and misleading advertisement. It also specifies actions to be taken if goods and services are found dangerous, hazardous, or unsafe. Section 21 of the new Act defines the powers given to the CCPA to crack down on false or misleading advertisement. Consider the following statements with respect to heat waves. The peak month of heat wave over India is June. Heat wave is considered if the maximum temperature of a station reaches at least 40 degrees Celsius or more for plains and at least 30 degrees Celsius or more for hilly region. So we have to select the correct statement. Only second statement will be correct. B is the correct answer. Both of Earth's polar regions recently experienced unprecedented simultaneous heat waves that caused temperatures to briefly skyrocket to never before seen heights in some areas. Heat wave is a condition of air temperature which becomes fatal to the human body when exposed. It is defined based on the temperature threshold over a region in terms of actual temperature or its departure from normal. Heat waves generally occur over the plains of northwest India, central east and north peninsular India during March to June, covering Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The peak month of the heat wave in India is May. Heat wave is considered if the maximum temperature of a station reaches at least 40 degrees Celsius or more for plains and at least 30 degrees Celsius or more for hilly region. Practice question goes like, consider the following statements. Privacy is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution. The usage and transfer of personal data of citizen is regulated by the IT Rules 2011 under the IT Act 2000. The IT Act applies to companies and to government. So we have to select the correct statement. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Stay updated and thank you so much for watching.